the clashes that we've seen in the last 4 days. We're given to understand that Punjab Police has also now reached the Islamabad High Court so that security is fortified. The Rangers, of course, have already taken their position. Imran Khan, as you see in the visuals on your screens, was brought to the court amid a heavy security cordon. The bomb squad is also present there. So absolutely no chances being taken by the administration, by the army themselves. The army was also called in several other provinces in the aftermath of the violence that we've seen across different cities. Pathakrit, as far as Imran Khan and his political future is concerned, do you think the arrest, the reaction from his party workers that we've seen in the last few days is a double-edged sword, and that really could backfire? It could go either ways. They wanted to ride on that popularity wave that would be generated from this, but it could totally backfire as well.
Well, right now, I don't think the election is in the mind of anybody. I think Imran Khan has become the symbol of defiance of the middle class and the common Pakistani against the deep state and the establishment, and against whom they had grudges for a long time but never had the courage to speak because the army would have completely neutralized and make them disappear. Today, what has happened is that the pent-up anger of people have come out because of this issue. Of course, the violence can have ramifications, but, political violence, when it is triggered beyond a point, it becomes very difficult to contain. So today, as things stand in a country which is terribly desperate, they have huge level of impoverishment. There is an economic crisis, and there is an abundance of weapons, small arms available in that country. So in that kind of a situation, Pakistanis today, average Pakistani doesn't have anything to lose. That is the kind of economic crisis they are in. So I think this violence, even if Imran Khan doesn't want, will continue, and the people on the ground, especially the PTI workers, will become even more brazen in their denigration, mockery, and humiliation of the army. And that is something the army will not take lightly. They would try to act. I think both the deep state of Pakistan, which is the army establishment, and the current government in power, none of them actually want, as Zaka also mentioned, for Imran Khan to come back to power and somehow say he gets indicted in any of the cases. The PTI workers or the common Pakistani would think that this is a conspiracy against him because they would say that there are cases, there are allegations of corruption against every other Pakistani general, against the Sharif family and the Bhutto family. Why not they being targeted? So today, technicalities have taken a backseat. It is the emotion and the rhetoric that is actually running the country. And secondly, we also have to remember that if in case they find it difficult to contain Imran Khan and elections happen, and if he wins, and if after that the deep state tries some or the other way to prevent him to come to power, then we don't know what could happen, because it might be the repeat of what happened in 1970-71, when Mujibur Rahman actually got the mandate but was prevented by the same Pakistan army from coming to power. And then the split between the country in Pakistan, between East and West Pakistan, happened. Other thing is that the difference between the kind of instability that Pakistan faces today and what used to happen in the past is this, that even though Pakistan never had political stability per se, ever in its history, but the army was always above everything else. Army was unfazed, and whenever a situation arose, the army came forward and took over the reign of the country. Today, the army has been cornered, the army is being questioned, and the kind of predicament the country is facing right now, both the security challenges, economic challenges, mass uprising against the army. I don't think the army right now is willing to even take over the reign through declaration of martial law or emergency. That is where the problem is. And that's where I think it's a very difficult and a dicey situation. I think even though they want to indict Imran Khan, put him in a corner or make sure that he doesn't win elections or doesn't qualify for the elections, I think at the same time they realize that cornering Imran Khan beyond a point might also become counterproductive, as it is, happening for PTI, through their violence. But let me tell you one thing, the possibility of PTI actually, replicating or becoming another TTP in terms of mass uprising against Pakistani deep state and the establishment cannot be ruled out. And that's exactly what is happening. I don't think anybody right now is thinking about elections so far as the common man in the ground is concerned, because the kind of economic crisis they are facing, they are channelizing all their anger towards the army. That is what the very different aspect of this crisis from the crisis in the past is, people are over there chanting slogans like, "Ye jo dehshatgard hai, uske piche vardi hai." So that is the kind of slogan that was never there in the past. Nobody even dared to question the army. Today, the army is being denigrated. I don't think the army will take it lightly. The army will try to pounce back. That is the worrisome feature, because the army, everything said and done, is very, very powerful over there. So this mass uprising, but pitted against a powerful army, is a recipe for disaster for an economy which is already in crisis, for a country which already faces security challenges from terror organizations and insurgent groups, for a country which is already mired in all kinds of civil strife. I'm not saying that the country is going to split. I am not saying there will be a civil war, but the civil strife between common people and PTI workers, activists vis-a-vis against the Pakistani army is only going to intensify. And in that kind of a situation, I don't think Pakistan's economy would have any chance for any recovery, because neither the political leadership or the deep state of Pakistan, neither of them actually have economic recovery of Pakistan as their priority right now. And even for Imran Khan, he might be a street fighter. He actually loves it. He is very popular. But even if, say, 6 months down the line, if he wins the election and he comes back to power, in the next ensuing 6 months, he might become as unpopular or even more unpopular than the existing government right now, because such is the predicament of the economy of Pakistan that nobody can salvage it, and whoever is in power would face the ire. Today, what Imran Khan is doing is that, and the PTI is doing, they're channelizing the anger and the desperation of the people of the country against the Pakistan's deep state and the army, and that's where it is so different from what it is in the past. Election, it is very, very difficult for the Election Commission to ban or disqualify Imran Khan, because the consequences of that is, or would be, what Imran Khan already threatened last year, that it might end up splitting the country into 3 or 4, regions. That is where the issue is. We had a history of Pakistan facing similar split in the past. It is interesting to see what happens, but I think Pakistan right now is like a sinking ship, and people with resources and in powerful positions are only trying to protect themselves. And right now, the sinking ship, which is Pakistan, salvaging it is not their priority. Both the Sharifs and the Bhuttos and the deep state knows that this man, if he comes to power, he will eat them alive. The Pakistan army doesn't want Imran Khan to come to power, but the cost of not letting him to come to power can also be extremely costly so far as future of Pakistan is concerned.
And there's absolutely no love lost between the Pakistani army and Imran Khan. We've seen the kind of comments that have come to the fore from Imran Khan against the army, the kind of violence and the targeted one at that, as far as the army installations are concerned. Senior journalist from Pakistan, Javed Sumru, also joining us on this broadcast. Thank you so much for speaking with us, sir, here on CNN News 18. We are awaiting for the hearing to begin in Islamabad. What awaits Imran Khan? Mr. Javed, if you can hear me. We'll try and reconnect that line with the senior journalist from Pakistan, Javed Sumru, who's joining us on this broadcast to give us more perspective and updates coming in as the hearing is just about to begin in courtroom number 3 in the Islamabad High Court. Amid high security cordon, the former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan was escorted into the courtroom. The hearing has begun.